In this video, I will review and give you my experience with using the third generation of the Oura Ring every day for the past 3 months. I will tell you what I like about this device and some of the few minor things I don't like. I was planning on doing this video at the end of January or early February, but a big annoyance I have with the way Oura handles some of their logistics and customer service caused me to delay, which I'll discuss at the end of the video. So how does the ring feel? Like a tank. It is made out of titanium and can take a beating. I always keep it on even when working on my car or other activities like that. I did get a couple of tiny scuff marks on it that are barely visible, but that was my fault. I tried to get a shot of the scratches, but the camera could not even see them. So I think this will hold up fine, just like any other piece of titanium jewelry you may have. The only time I take it off is when I work out with weights. I find that the stiffness of the ring kind of pinches my finger. Of course, the feeling is a personal thing, so it may feel fine for others. I'm not a big jewelry person, so I do not wear a ton of rings. I'm actually wearing this in place of my wedding band, and the one thing I do notice is the ring. With my wedding band, I never knew it was there, but with this, I do get reminded a lot. It's not obnoxious or annoying, but I just know it's there. People that love to wear a ton of rings, or big rings for that matter, will probably never notice this. So because I was going to wear this instead of my wedding band, I initially wished they had a style that was just circular without that flat spot that's on the top here. But I actually like this flat spot. It actually allows me to always keep the ring in the correct position, since the sensors need to be facing the inside of your hand. If you saw my unboxing video, the only thing that really comes with this is the charging base and a USB-C cable. Note that the charging base is size matched to the size of your ring. So if somebody in your family has another size ring, this may not fit on there. So the battery life is very good and it does last for a long time. To give you an idea, I had it fully charged on a Friday evening and it lasted for me until Wednesday afternoon with about 18% left. It does charge relatively fast in about an hour or so. And if you place it on the charger when you're like taking a shower, for example, you will never have to worry about the battery running out. The device itself is waterproof and I've taken showers with it and of course washed my hands while wearing it. Never really had an issue. The sensors on this thing are crazy accurate. I made a note of the exact time I went to sleep and woke up, and it picked it up exactly and also knew how long it took me to fall asleep. It tracks everything. It compiles certain data points to calculate what they call a score value that goes from 0 to 100. Anything above 80 is considered good, and below that is where the app warns you to take it easy. So there are 3 main scores that it calculates. Sleep, activity, and readiness. So for sleep, this thing tracks the time spent in light, deep, and REM sleep, resting heart rate variability, which is a measure of the interval between heartbeats, and it is supposed to be a good indicator of sleep quality and or restfulness, that sort of thing. This is something that is still being studied by the medical community to determine how useful it is as a metric, but it is there. It tracks the number of breaths per minute, which is your respiratory rate, the body temperature, and your nighttime movement. So if you have it like tossing and turning, that sort of thing. For activity, it tracks the workouts logged, which you can log manually, or if you have something like an Apple Watch, you can actually link it and it gets the exact workout stats. The number of steps you've taken, calorie burns during the day, how inactive you have been throughout the day, which I found is actually more important than I initially believed. I always thought that if I do my daily 30-minute workout, I'm doing great. But not really great if after you work out, you park yourself at a desk and sit there for the rest of the day. And it tracks any naps you took. So I was watching TV and dozed off for about 5 minutes. And when I opened the app, it asked me to verify that I actually dozed off. So that was kind of interesting to see that it actually caught that. And it also has what they call a readiness score. So for readiness, Oura uses a combination of the above to determine how ready it thinks you are to tackle the day. For me personally, the scores are no joke and they really reflect how I end up physically feeling for the day. For example, I ignored the readiness score several times thinking that I feel great. And then I went ahead and exercised normally and I regretted ignoring it. I felt out of breath on the bike at my usual level and noticed that my average heart rate was higher than normal. Ever since then, when the score tells me to take it easy, I end up doing lighter activities. Oura also has the ability to detect when a menstrual cycle is coming, but I obviously couldn't test that. So the data available goes from a simple summary, which is the 3 scores that I mentioned, to really crazy detailed. The web interface has even much richer data, so you can go as granular as you want. So I personally just love the scores because I'm not really a quantified self person. I really don't care to micromanage all the data points. I just like looking at the score that it gives me as a quick indication of what I need to know. Occasionally, I might look at the detailed sleep stats if I haven't had a particularly restful sleep to see what caused it. But otherwise, if you're a quantified self person, the app and especially the portal on the web has an insane amount of data, enough to rival like a doctor's office actually. So I was on the fence for the membership, which is about $6 a month, since I only really cared about the score and didn't really care about the detailed stats, and without the membership you get that. But they do include some extra features such as meditations, and they just announced that in June they will start sensing blood oxygen, workout heart rate, and enhanced sleep algorithm. I don't know what that one is actually. But for workouts they will be tracking biking, running, and walking. So I'm looking forward to the workout tracking mode, so I will probably test those out and keep the membership for now just to see how I like it. So now, my big annoyance. So I had an annoying experience with the whole order process, which honestly Oura could have handled better. So when you first order the ring, you get a box with the plastic sizers. Now, there are honestly no half sizes, which would have been better, but Oura recommended that the size that you chose to make sure that it's actually kind of snug on your finger, so the sensors are actually touching your skin. So initially it seemed like size 8 would do the trick for me. I slept with the plastic sizer overnight, felt comfortable, so I ordered the 8 and got the real thing around the second week of December. Not sure exactly why, maybe the plastic was more forgiving, but when I started using the 8, it felt very snug. I still had the sizer, and the sizer felt better than the actual ring. It got to the point where my finger would swell and I couldn't even take it off easily without using soap, and actually it was actually painful. So far, this is not an Oura issue, since every person's hand is different, which is why they allow one free size exchange. Great! Setting up the exchange was easy enough. They have a form on the web, you fill it out requesting the updated size you want, and they give you a free shipping label to use and return it. So here's the first annoyance. They don't allow you to immediately get the new size delivered at the same time you are returning the original. They want to receive it first, verify that it's actually intact and everything's okay, and then they send you out the new one. I returned it on December 27th and didn't get the new one until January 25th. They have no way to secure it with a credit card, so you can't get the new one right away, which is kind of nuts. Second annoyance. I knew that they received it because I had the tracking number. I had no communication with Oura about the status. Nothing to know what is going on. I sent a message and I got a formal reply that they are flooded with emails and will get back to me as soon as possible. I had to send several messages after 2 weeks, with the last one saying that if I don't hear something soon, I would have to call my credit card company and ask for a refund and ask to get my money back. Finally, I got a response that my item was shipped, and that was true. They did send it out and I received it about a week later with no further issues. I don't get why they don't have something on their account page to show what's going on, so they need to work on their comms. Third annoyance. I requested that they add an extra month to my membership. Obviously couldn't use it since I didn't have the ring for a month, and again, I had to wait. I didn't get a response for about 45 days, and it was one of these generic, abstract messages that didn't answer my question. Basically, I can go into my account and manage my membership, which basically all you can do is just cancel it. At that point, I gave up. I wasn't going to spend hours fighting for $6 since my time is more valuable than that. Otherwise, I think this is a very capable device and I would recommend it to anyone, especially if you are an active person. It helps me plan my day better, and I like that it lets me know if I wasn't as active as I should have been. If you want to buy one, you can actually get $50 off by using the affiliate link that I will have listed below. So with all these devices requiring apps that are on our phone, the battery starts taking a big hit. So you need to be judicious to what is allowed to drain your battery. If you want to learn several tips on how to conserve your iPhone battery, check out this video on my best iPhone tips right here. If you want to see the original unboxing video I did for the Oura back in December, check out this video over here. Thanks for watching.